Welcome to the channel. Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Ropes, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go. People, check it out. We got something brand new coming to you. Hey, you want to laugh? Well, guess what? If you do, it's going to be a problem for you because this is the Last Laugh Challenge. That's right. Grab your crew and come on through and see who has the last laugh, last. You get it. Anyway, coming soon.
WTW Wrestle Talk Wednesday.
That's right. Get with me, Brian B., as well as buzzing with Marlowe's very own Warren Marlowe, the American prodigy. And you see him, your man from the 1130 podcast, Dre on Wheels. That's right, we the commission talking that Wrestle Talk Wednesday nights, 5 p.m. live. Yeah, be there, subscribe, follow, like, share, get at us. Commission, baby. Look, mama, I fucking made it! I'm on the Billboard! Album out now, y'all. Go get that shit. My album is out right now. Look at the Billboard, man. Look at the Billboard, man. We taking them.
Excuse me. Hey, how you doing? I want to introduce myself. My name is Tyree.
Nice to meet you.
I get nervous every time I see you. I think you're an angel.
I already know your name.
I paid attention for a while and noticed no ring on your finger.
Damn.
Hoping you're single, yeah. I know you'll see me watching you.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Gentlest energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing, is there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB, and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one, 'cause there's something special about you.
There's definitely something special about you. You know what's special about you? You watching STR. What's that? It's Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk, baby, here on the Beeline ENT LLC. What's good? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? It's me, Brian B. And we back at it. Yo, Listen, it's been a really exciting week in the world of wrestling. Listen, a lot of stuff has happened. And guess what? We're going to talk about it because this is WTWT. That New Day shit kicking in. Listen, we're going to talk about it. We had some returns. We had people go to war. We got people retiring. We got new segments. We got new people. And we got a guest along with the crew. STR on the line. Check it out. This is where we at, baby. Thank you guys so much. Listen, check it out. We got the end of the year rolling around really quickly, man. We just got done with Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys ate enough. I know you're throwing that food out by now. Ain't nobody trying to eat that shit all the time. It's good for those first 2 days. After that, you forget about it. You tired of that shit. You grabbing Taco Bell and Wendy's like hell. But, thank you guys once again. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and do all this stuff to keep watching us because we're going to be doing a lot going into the new year. 2024 is definitely going to be huge for WTW STR, baby. We got some new merch coming. We got a lot of stuff going. But before we start, let's go ahead and bring in the crew. My boy, he been on. Listen, he that consistency is just running rampant with this guy. But tag team partner, we the fellas of the crew, Mr. Jefferson. I'm calling him backwards. This Jeff Slim. I don't know what I'm saying. Listen. Let me get myself together. I'm a little too excited today. It's Slim Jefferson. What up, Slim?
What's up, big dog? What's up, man?
I'm good, bro. I feel great, man. I feel really good. I've been amped up all day. I did commission talks earlier, and now we on STR. What's good with you, bro? You had a good Thanksgiving?
A good one, man. It was anytime you can take some time away from work is always a blessing, man. And got a chance to spend some time with some family, eat some great food, and enjoy some lackluster football games. But had a good holiday, man. Hope yours is good too.
Yep, yeah, man. Definitely chilled. Was on the line for like the whole day. Did a nice special, but it was a lot of fun. But let's go ahead and continue here. We got somebody else, the newest member of the crew. We got your girl. She's hooking up. Listen, I was just telling my fiance earlier, like, listen, this girl, she dumping in. She making content already. She's like, give me that. Do that, Brian B. I need to put this shit out. Listen, she's trying to get work done. This is Lay. What up, Lay? Coming to the table. Oh, is it good? Connection messed up. Supposed to pause a little bit.
I got some Wi-Fi issues.
Gotcha. Hey, listen, it happens, yo. We just glad to have you. What's good, Lay?
What's up, y'all?
Man, I'm feeling the screen and everything. You like a news reporter over there. I'm feeling that shit. Should look official.
Thank you. When I was working on the other stuff today, I figured I'd put this together.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm really feeling it, man. I really appreciate your enthusiasm to building this team and this squad, and we're going to be doing big things. I keep saying it, man. And, guys, I really hope you guys are going to be seeing it soon. It's a lot going on. Yo, we got somebody else in the building. Listen, I don't know where she's been at, yo. She's my original tag team partner on the Beeline Straight to the Ropes for a while. But welcome back to the crew. We got your girl, Ray, man. What up, Ray?
Hey, guys.
Yes, Ray's back,
What's
yo.
up?
Yo, we miss you, yo.
I miss you guys.
Like, man, listen, you the Rhea Ripley to the Judgment Day over here. You feel me? Like,
I miss you guys.
Yeah, we glad to have you back, yo.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, crew. So, like I told you guys in the chat, man, we actually have another guest on with us tonight. We actually have a guest who's going to come on and join the team, and he wants to talk that talk. He said, "You talking that wrestling night? I got to get up on that tonight." And he is a familiar face to the Beeline because he's been on a couple shows. I've been on his show with Mr. Jeremy Miller. You guys remember the interview I did with Jeremy Miller, Ben Seaver from Growing Pains. But we got my boy, Mr. Dave Navarro from the Navarro Miller Project Report. I believe Navarro Miller Report. I'm getting everything wrong today. But what's good, Dave? What up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? How's everybody doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining, Dave. Really appreciate you back on the line, man. It's been a little while.
It
and
has been. Thanks for having me, man. I mean, hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, definitely
You
great.
too, man.
Ready for the holidays to be that part at least. Once Thanksgiving hits, then it's like you're just counting down to Christmas, and then it's the end of the year, and then you're starting to pack all that shit up and clean stuff up. That's just life.
Hey, but you know what though? Here's the thing. I have the turkey you mentioned about how like people are throwing stuff away. I can't throw stuff away. Like I'm Salvadorian, so I make my mom's Salvadorian sandwiches. My mom's no longer with us anymore, but her memory still lives strong. And every year, I wait all year to go ahead and make the leftover turkey to my Salvadorian sandwiches, and that is freaking immaculate. If you go on the Instagram, dude, you'll see a picture of it. It's freaking awesome.
All right, that's what's up. At least you ain't wasting, bro. I went to Walmart today and I saw the damn bin full of turkey trying to give them shits away. Nobody buying them.
Yeah.
Frozen hard ass turkey just sitting in there taking up space. But
the day 3, we don't eat it no more.
I'm trying to tell you, you turn that shit into whatever you can. After that, it's a wrap. You're just eating chips, soda, whatever's the worst shit in your life. But all right, guys. So definitely glad to have. Hey, listen, got a lot of wrestling going on recently. I've been seeing a lot of posts from everybody over there, 77 million or something like that. What's up? What's happening in the wrestling world over here? There's been a lot going on. Everybody excited to talk about it?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm already marking out because they just announced that Sting's retirement match in Revolution is where I'm at right now in Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah. So if you think I'm not going to be in the damn building, you'd be a freaking fool. I'm in there.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. And I'm definitely glad. Yeah, you just shared that with us too. I mean, that's going to be something to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering who his opponent's going to be. You guys have any ideas or
Ric Flair?
If he fights Ric Flair, listen, I don't know if I want to watch it. Two old ass man.
Ric Flair will come out of retirement for the 4th time,
right?
And then retire again for the 4th time.
In a walker. Ric Flair, one of them motherfuckers is going to be in a walker in the ring, trying to have his last match clothesline.
Yeah,
walker.
Who do you think he's going to fight, Slim?
It's tough, man. He's caught up in this storyline right now with Christian and his whole faction, but I feel like they're going to veer from that and just make that about Edge and Christian. I feel like it could be like a passing of the torch almost. I feel like he could say, hey, Darby, I want my last match to be against you. You know, mentor versus student, see what you got. Yeah. As far as like anybody else, like I can't see anybody else besides Darby, unless he wants to put over an up-and-coming talent that AEW has. But I feel like everything's been centered around Darby and him. So I feel like Darby would be the person to, bow out gracefully with him.
Hey, listen, I'll throw a curveball in there for you. This would be some crazy shit, right? That's Brian B. job. Just imagine if it's the Undertaker. Ooh.
No, Undertaker's too busy taking care of Vince right now.
Listen, man, you saw that, right? That would be crazy.
Yeah. It's like Vince somebody made a joke online. They're like, "Oh, look, it's Undertaker and Kane." Oh no, wait, it's Vince McMahon with a cane. I'm like, you guys are messed up for that.
That man old as dirt. We can't be fucking with him no more.
Oh man,
mustache.
Yeah. Oh man, that villain, that hideous.
The Vonder villain mustache. That
he's crazy, going on. When he did that shit right at the time. Shout out to Lay. Oh, Lay, you got some fans over here. Lay got some fans over here. Shout out to the rest of us. Damn, we get them love. No, but yo, appreciate it. But all right, guys. So we're gonna talk about definitely number one on the list. We definitely got to hit all the markings for the latest that just happened this Saturday, and that is going to be Survivor Series. War Games. Why does everybody come out like they're really announcing war? It's War Games. They're gonna have a heart attack that hard. But War Games
set a very high bar.
Yeah, he definitely did. Let's go ahead and go around the room and get everybody's opinions on just as a whole War Games recap. Let's go ahead and start with Ray. Ray's back. Let's get Ray, because Ray ain't been on the show in a minute.
It was a good pay-per-view. Definitely a really good one. CM Punk came back, so that's all I really cared about. That's what I
Yeah.
was hoping for, praying for. Randy came back, super happy. It was good all around. All the matches were pretty good to me. Um, the men's war game match was actually really good. The women's was phenomenal. I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
It
Me
was
too.
more than I expected it to be. Um, I'm trying to think what else really stood out. I think mainly just like watching the aftermath of Survivor Series with Seth
Yeah.
Rollins was very much entertaining.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
but it was a good one. This was a good pay per view to end the year out basically.
Okay. All right, Dave. How you feel, bro?
Oh, I got a lot to say about that. First of all, I am definitely not a CM Punk fan. I can't stand the guy. Never could stand the guy. He basically bit the hand that feeds him twice, and he continues to come back. And the thing is, I went on TikTok and I basically said, leave it to WWE to continuously keep on bringing back a problematic employee. And it's not just him. You got Nia Jax, that also is a problematic employee. They brought her back too. You got Hulk Hogan, that we all know his past and what he said. They brought him back too. They keep on bringing these wrestlers back, and it's like, you know what? That's going to actually lower the morale in the back. There's a lot of people, obviously, we don't know for sure if Seth Rollins, it's a work between him and CM Punk, but we all know Seth Rollins can't stand CM Punk from past interviews. However, we do remember what Matt Hardy and Edge had in the past.
Yeah.
And the WWE still brought them together for a wrestling match. It made for more drama. So part of it was real, part of it wasn't. Part of the drama was real, part of the drama wasn't. It was best for business, as they say. So it's possible that this could be another thing that's best for business, the build up to a Seth Rollins CM Punk match at WrestleMania. Now, my thing is this. Punk continuously keeps on saying that, oh, I'm back here for the fans. No, you're back here for the money. Let's be real about that. At the end of it, he even said, so I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. He's not here for that. He could care less about the fans, but he has to put up a front because that's his job, because they're the ones that pay the bills. At least he recognizes that. But if he's here for the fans, he could give two rat's asses about the fans. He could care less about them. And what really hurts is that the fans actually love him. And it's like, you do realize he doesn't care about you. Because if he did, he wouldn't be pulling the shit that he's pulling all the time. He wouldn't be sabotaging himself every single time with other wrestlers in the back every single time. And that's the thing that really irks me is you're going to reward bad behavior. You're setting an example to reward always. If you behave badly, guess what? You're going to get another contract. Come on back. Come on. Not to mention the fact of the matter that his return overshadowed an incredible War Games match. An absolute incredible match. That match was insane. It overshadowed that match. It overshadowed the return of Randy Orton. It overshadowed all of that just to put the camera on Phil. And it's like, dude, why? Why did you guys do that?
Wait. Why? What do you mean, why? You know why? Because that motherfucker is a draw, man. Yo, listen, I've been having this conversation all day, but I'm gonna wait. But all right, Dave, I respect your side. Lay, let's go ahead and jump to you, and then jump.
right.
And just what was your we definitely gonna talk about CM Punk and everything like that. What was your opinion of Survivor Series as a whole, as a whole pay-per-view?
Well, first of all, y'all leaving out R-Truth's return, and I don't like that too much. Okay,
Truth to man, yeah.
I don't like that too much.
That's
Y'all
my
gonna
boy.
put some respect on R-Truth's name.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
like Raven said, the women's match, phenomenal. I seen some people cracking on Becky Lynch for not matching with Team Belair, which I thought was funny. But outside of that, the women's match, the things that they were doing, putting yourself inside of a garbage can and launching yourself down,
That's
the
Io's little
physicalities
MO.
of that match. Charlotte Flair with the moonsault.
Yeah, because
They
Bianca
had to
Face,
hit Bianca
legendary,
Face
right?
like that.
Yeah, they caught her ass.
But the stuff that they were doing, it was
Yeah.
crazy, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Got to talk about my boy Gunther real quick because there was a lot of Gunther hate the last episode. So I got to give him a shout out.
For real.
The Miz actually did a live on TikTok talking about the aftermath of this match, which was pretty insightful. He was letting everybody know this isn't the end. He's coming
What up,
back.
Warren?
He appreciate. I think he may keep that baby face a
Yeah,
little
yeah, we're
bit
gonna see.
longer.
Yeah, he can
He-
rock it. He can rock
the
it.
way he was talking with the fans and just saying how, I was inspired by the chants and you calling my name, the crowd, and it was giving babyface. So I know we were talking about maybe he might change after this match, but I think he might hold on just a tad bit longer.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see,
And-
man.
And Jay talking about the whole thing with Gunther facing him in the future. I saw some stuff about that. I like.
Yeah.
The men's match, wonderful. And like he was saying, I like the CM Punk return, but it did overshadow Randy Orton.
Okay.
Randy Orton was looking pretty good, like Jack.
Yeah. Randy got
was
big
getting
as
there. I
shit.
like
He was
how
already a
they
big dude.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen Randy Orton that big.
Yeah, he definitely built up.
I want to just say that, to be honest with you, if what they should have done is they should have booked CM Punk. Like, everybody was expecting CM Punk to return at Survivor Series. It would have been better to surprise everybody on Monday for him to come out on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, it's like, oh, everybody expected him to come out Survivor Series. Well, he didn't. But because it's Chicago and because it's his hometown, they had to bring him out. That's not fair to the rest. That's not fair to the rest of the wrestlers that worked their
They
ass
did
off.
that shit perfectly, man. I've heard, like I said, I've been hearing everybody say this all day. The fact, like I said, I told the story on the commission, and I was literally like, yo, I was picking my remote up. I saw everybody say, yeah, we won the shit. And I'm like, all right, damn, I guess no CM Punk. I wasn't even expecting him to come back because this is the 50,000th time in 10 years that, this guy was supposed to come back. And he was in Chicago, and everybody said it. And I literally I just knew this. I was literally about to turn the fucking TV off. And I saw the words in the corner of the screen, and I literally saw that music. And for a second, just like when the Hardys came back at that Mania, I heard that music, and I was like, wait a second, there's no fucking way. And then that shit came out, and I saw his name on that thing. That was the only thing that solidified it, because I didn't even hear his name. Was the fucking crowd was going crazy. I didn't hear the music. And then I saw it was CM. I'm like, there's no fuck. I threw my remote in the air. I was like, there's no fucking way. And then when I saw him, I think that shit was perfect, yo. I've heard people say, somebody said the Rumble, somebody said Monday, but I'm saying, like, why not get the biggest pop, man? Why not do that shit? Like, I'm pretty sure WWE was like, let's go all out. I thought they did it perfectly, man.
Well, I'll say this, man. Overall, I thought War Games was a really good pay-per-view. Probably one of the shorter ones we have all year. I think it was only like maybe 4 or 5 matches, but
yeah, it wasn't that long.
Due to the length of the War Games matches, it pretty much evened out. Men's War Games was phenomenal to me. Jey Uso probably has the best crowd hype music in the business right now, being on top of the cage and everything. It was I think it was a good, man. Shout out to that slingshot RKO they did JD McDonough to. That was slick as hell.
Right. That was nice.
Also, like, shout out to the women. Got to clap it up for them because they left it all out there in the beginning, and to open the show and to have probably one of the more memorable matches of the night speaks volumes to them. Shout out to, I think for me, everybody knows I'm a big Miz fan. But I feel like a lot of people were surprised by the match. I think everybody just expected Gunther to go in there and obliterate him. But, Miz being a tactician, breaking him down, still having those little heel elements. Like, I don't care, I'm the Miz. I'm going to still kick you in the nuts and still try to get the victory.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
it showed
I did like that, yeah.
But it showed, like, Gunther, just like Miz at a point in time has made that title very prestigious. And now we're wondering who will take the title off of Gunther. I think we all pretty much knew what was to be expected of the Rhea and Zoe match. No disrespect to Zoe, but we all knew that Rhea was walking out with that. And Zoe, her time will come. I feel like she had a lot of stuff there. There's not a lot of women I see doing that spin crazy thing she does off the top rope, but how she twists her body like that.
Yeah, she's good, man.
But and to address the elephant in the room, I was quoted on the show last week that I thought it was going to be 50-50 based on how everything went down in AEW with Punk. I thought they would have been very, very extremely cautious with even the thought of entertaining to bring him in. Now, yes, it was the rumors, and like Derek said, it was Chicago. You can't beat the pop coming out of Chicago with CM Punk, because if you said it happened if they would have saved that for Raw, he's not getting that same standing ovation that he gets coming out of Chicago.
You don't think that CM Punk would have got?
I was just crazy. Let me just say this. I was just gonna say that because on Monday night on Raw, they were in Peoria, I think, Chicago, Peoria, and Illinois. He didn't get the pop. As soon as his song hit, he didn't get that pop. It was sullen. It wasn't that. People were cheering, but not as much as they were cheering in Chicago. He didn't get that pop. And when he spoke, crazy, and when dude, go back and watch it. When
I'm not saying, but I'm saying it's a different type of thing that we're talking about, though. Like, if you're telling me that
his hometown's gonna always pop for him.
But that's I definitely get that. I definitely get it's Chicago, it's his hometown. But what I'm saying is, like I was saying before, CM Punk has been out of WWE for 10 years. Name any other wrestler in the history that I've been watching this shit that has had their name chanted since he left. Come on, bro. Like, if CM Punk, I've said this shit a million times too. If CM Punk never went to AEW and just popped up on a fucking Monday Night Raw around the same time right now, the place would have fucking blew the roof off of the building, bro. Come on, man. All these people have wanted to do was see this guy come back, attitude and all, man. I mean, I definitely understand what you guys mean about, like, being in Chicago. It's like kind of like a given kind of thing. But I really do feel like I'm not trying to take nothing away from, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's a big name, bro. Like that's why he gets the love and attention. I don't think it's just because of Chicago.
Don't get me wrong. I had respect for Punk. When he dropped the pipe bomb, I had respect for him. But what he did afterward, I lost respect for him. After he left the WWE the way he did, after he sued the WWE the way he did, the place that gave him a home, the place that made CM Punk. I mean, you could talk about Ring of Honor. He was fine at Ring of Honor, but WWE is what made CM Punk who he is. He was able to be himself. He was able to drop the pipe bomb. That's where the pipe bomb was born. For him to treat Vince McMahon, Paul Levesque, Triple H, the way he did, to sue them, just like I lost respect for Hogan too. That right there, that's why I stopped liking CM Punk, because I was like, this guy's about the money. He's not about the fans. He could care less about the fans. He's all about this. And he got that. And then he left. He went to the UFC and he lost. He did horribly at UFC. He shouldn't have never gotten in that octagon.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely no fucking fighter. I mean, I still respect he got up shit.
Yeah,
to get up in there with the fucking elite of the world. Like, come on.
Well, I wouldn't say elite of the world, but
It's definitely, UFC is not the elite of the world? I'm pretty sure they are.
The people that he fought weren't exactly, like top tier.
Yeah, but they're still UFC. I wouldn't never take anybody away. He fought who the fuck was his first fight? He fought a good dude.
He fought all the dudes that were good. He beat them.
I just don't like to like go off of certain things, like, and I respect everybody's like opinion and shit like that or whatever. I just try to my hardest to, like, I don't know what happened, with Vince McMahon and his, career status in WWE and everything. Punk was always, as far as being on the mic, he's definitely, his skills on the mic is incredible. With Triple H and with the Vince McMahon situation, whatever they went through is like their shit, the behind the scenes stuff that we really don't know too much about. I can't speak on it. I don't really know what the fuck it is. Only thing I know is that as far as when he's in the industry, when he's on the mic, when he's on the camera, the guy's entertaining. Yeah, he must have some shit going on because everybody fucking saying something. So I mean, I ain't gonna just be like, oh, he ain't nothing. It must be something he got going on. But I personally thought Survivor Series was mid. My bad, y'all. I'm killing the room and shit.
I mean, Miz. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
It was mid, yo.
The whole Miz thing. I mean, I got my own. I've met the Miz in person. I have my own personal reasons why I don't like him.
Yeah.
You know, because I actually met the guy in person. But I mean, all in all, the women's War Games, the championship matches, you know, everything. I mean, oh, I guess he froze. Everything went ahead. Like it went very well. The matches were great. The match with the LWO and all that other thing, that drama right there in and of itself, that was another really good match as well. Really high flyer lucha libre type of style of matches, which were amazing. You know, everything was great, like I said, you know, but again, it was just, in my opinion, CM Punk's return was bad timing. It's just because it's Chicago, they had to go ahead and put him there. But honestly, they should have saved it for Raw because, again, I mean, Randy Orton coming back, that was huge. Everybody was waiting for Randy Orton.
Randy was big as hell too.
You know, I mean, I kind of knew that CM Punk was coming back. I knew he was coming back, and the reason why is because
I didn't know that shit at all.
Well,
I heard rumors, but you heard rumors last 10 years.
Well, I mean, if you go to there's this YouTuber called it's called WrestleLamia. I'm on WrestleMania. Yeah, I've listened to WrestleMania for a while. That guy's always been on top, and he basically called it that it's more than likely CM Punk will be at Survivor Series. And sure enough, every single time he calls it, it happens. So I go a lot by what he says because he's pretty accurate. He's got connections, I don't know what, inside and behind the scenes. So when he said it, I was like, okay, then it's happening. Plus, everything was already coming to that, like, it was coming together to that point where he was coming back, where he was making that comeback. But according to Triple H, they didn't even know until like a week or 10 days, something like that.
I believe it. I don't think anybody really knew. I don't think anybody, the way they reacted, I don't think anybody really knew. I mean, I don't know, but it didn't seem like it was something where everybody kind of got it.
I read in an article that Triple H knew, but other wrestlers and things didn't know till like an hour or so.
Yeah, they didn't know until about maybe like right before they went out. All the wrestlers like Seth and all those guys, they were told right before they went out to go to war. And what kind of a mind fuck is that though? Like think about it. You're in your head
under hush now with all the internet and shit, man. It's hard to have a surprise done if you have everybody in on it. And I can understand that because it's definitely hard to keep some shit concealed. That's why another reason why I'm saying, like, you know, even though you got the buzzins around, I think in this particular situation, it was like the boy who cried wolf. It's like we've heard, CM Punk. But then it's like at this time, like I said, I didn't even think it. I wasn't even like waiting for it. But like I was saying, I thought it was mid, like, you know, whatever. The two War Games matches I thought were really good. I like the my girl Bailey fucking got, you know, manhandle slammed through the table and shit. But I'm happy because you definitely see where it's going. I thought that, you know, Damage Control was going to flip on Bailey right there that night. But it looks like they definitely about to hit that 4, baby. I'm ready for that shit. But I'm super ready for that. But I mean, the matches were okay, man. Like we already talked about, like, you know, we said with Zoe and Rhea, man. Zoe, nothing against Zoe Stark because she definitely really showed out. She's a great wrestler. She's a very, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing her in the future. But ain't nobody touching Rhea right now, bro. I don't feel like anybody's touching Rhea. I do want to go over like who we feel is going to be like, you know, some contenders in this show as well.
That's a WrestleMania at least, I think. I think maybe at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think Mania is going to be the spot where, I mean, she's a dominant enough champion to hold it, and it makes sense to her losing that or going to lose, at least if she is losing it, to lose it at like a Mania. I get that. You still got the Women's Royal Rumble to go. And it also speaks for who the fuck is going to win the Rumble. Go ahead, Slim.
I feel like they kept her and Becky far apart for that very reason.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of like how they did Brett and Shawn back in the day. I feel like, you know, kind of like how they did Brett and Shawn back in the day. Let's keep them far apart on the card, and then you see they tease them every now and then, interactions between Becky and Rhea. They keep teasing it. Yeah. So it's just like, when is it going to go down? And then, like, I think we said it before, you know, I feel like they're going to stick Shayna with Zoe in a tag team for some reason, because I feel like they've already done that. And they haven't done enough for me. They haven't done enough with Raquel to establish her as a credible threat to Rhea.
Right.
To anybody,
And,
honestly.
And then, the only thing that we could really see, even though Derek said she's unsafe, and I agree with him to a certain extent on that, we would want to see the spot, can Rhea hit her finisher on a Nia Jax type stuff like
Right.
that. But it's kind of hard to say, like, who could we actually see her dropping the title to that it benefits them.
Yeah, well, we can talk about. I mean, shit. Let's go at it. I mean, everybody kind of gave their opinions on Survivor Series. I mean, I didn't think it was a bad pay-per-view. I just kind of thought I was looking forward to Randy. Like I said, the War Games matches were good, but everything else was just kind of like it was just regular. Like I was down with I was even on here talking about like I would be cool if the Miz won, and I kind of felt that way going in. But when the Miz went in, the Miz was hitting hard as shit. Yo, he was like really fighting Gunther, and I respected it. But when it started, I kind of was like, Miz ain't winning this shit. I don't know why. And nothing against him either, because I'm a fan. You feel me? Like, and I did like how he did still do the heel tactics, but I don't never think Gunther was in any danger. I think I liked all the Bret Hart callback shit. I really enjoyed that. But when Gunther powerbomb, it was a wrap. Like, and then he kicked out, which is another good thing on the Miz. All right, giving him a little credibility there, but it kind of felt like it was something to do for Gunther. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who's going to be a credible person that's going to step in front of Gunther and be like, all right, I'm really about to take that fucking belt. Unless, we hitting the rumors and we going with Brock when Brock comes back. Because supposedly Brock was to be coming back at Rumble.
Well,
but I don't want to see Brock.
I don't want to see that shit either. I don't want to see that shit either. But
there's that, and then we also have forgotten about the ace in the hole, Damian Priest, Mr. Money in the Bank.
Nah, I'll be super mad.
Hold on. Now picture this, okay? CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Mania, title belt, and then all of a sudden, the cash in for the Money in the Bank.
Bro,
CM Punk wins it. CM Punk wins it. Damian Priest comes out, cashes it in. Boom. That would actually be smart because that actually raises up a brand new young talent. And according to rumors, that's what CM Punk likes to do. He likes to bring up young talent. So that could be a possibility as well. We also have Cody Rhodes. As well. That, there's also rumor that's going to be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at Mania. Or it could be Seth Rollins. Or actually, it could be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. And that's a rumor. They say it's possible that they're going to build that Cody is going to go against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania again, but only this time he's actually going to win the title and break Roman's streak completely at Mania. And that would make sense as well, because
Brian doesn't want
everything he just said is a rematch. Every fucking match.
Yeah.
We get some new shit.
You about to get him started. He doesn't want that at all.
That's boring, man.
But you gotta finish the story.
Exactly.
You gotta finish the story.
I mean, if that were the case, CM Punk wouldn't be wrestling, but we're not talking about that,
Man, at least CM Punk is like a fresh face, man. He's
been there before.
Yeah, but I mean, he definitely has been here before. But I'm just ready for like something new, man. Like, I was, one thing that I liked on Raw this week was Shinsuke, man. I've been praising Shinsuke because his heel turn has been phenomenal, man. And when he did that, when he jumped on Cody, that shit was beautiful. And it's fresh. You feel me? It's like refreshing. It's like nobody saw that coming. Nobody knew who he was doing those promos for.
They're thinking that promo was directed for CM Punk.
Yeah, that's what they be playing their shit. WWE know to cook, bro. But
they were kind of stale for a little bit, but now it seems like they're starting.
I know, my boy H, that shit,
dude. Well, Triple H, as soon as he took over, things started changing for the better. As soon as this man said bye, Triple H was like, "Let me take care of this shit."
All right, let's go ahead and run back because actually I want to round room it and jump on the topic we were just talking on. Rhea Ripley, that's a hot topic, yo. She's been champion for the last almost a year, going on to Mania at this point. She won it from Charlotte, and she's been unstoppable. She's been a big, player in the Judgment Day storyline, and the Judgment Day is, if not one of the hottest things on TV right now.
Right.
So let's go around. Who's some credible options that you guys feel is going to, maybe be the first person that might give Rhea that pin? Go ahead, Lay.
Oh gosh, and I was just thinking, I honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
You
hate
don't
to
think
say
anybody
that, but
anybody, even if you change somebody, bring
it's
somebody in, Jade Cargill.
now that's my girl, but I don't think she's ready for that yet. When they bring her in, I see her doing like at least some mid-level stuff at first,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
because they're still developing her. And I just like how we were saying earlier, there's nobody really that stands out outside of the same old women.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I feel you.
So I don't know unless they I don't even know how they would
Like,
play that.
Ray, what you think?
I have no idea.
No, nobody thinking no names.
No.
Rhea Ripley is dominant all by herself.
Yeah,
So it's like she's ran through at this point the women's roster. So it's
Yeah,
like I
they're
have.
gonna start doing her like China, I think, and have
Mm.
her facing a couple of men and shake it up because she is dominant.
I'd be interested in seeing
I,
that. Actually.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see who the women's pick for the Rumble match winner will be.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be very telling to see who gets that spot. And I think we're
Definitely.
also forgetting, like, what are we gonna do with EO going into Mania? Are we gonna tease like Bailey trying to go after that?
That's what I was gonna say.
Charlotte, Bianca. But I think it's the Rumble match is gonna be telling, and I feel like the money match for Mania would be the Man versus Rhea Ripley.
Okay, so
Two
you got
dominant
Becky.
people, two dominant forces. Like Becky won't quit, and Rhea's like, I'm gonna run through you,
Yeah,
whatever.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's gonna clash. So, and also, like Lay said, we still got Jade in the wings, but I feel like they would want to put Jade on like almost like how they did Asuka, like make her a
Mm-hmm.
dominant force,
Yeah, for a
like
little
just
bit
have her
first.
run, like even if it's like the local, like maybe like the first 2-3 weeks, the local female jobbers, like have her be
Mm-hmm.
a dominant force and run through these girls like a knife through butter. And
Yeah.
then, when we get to the matchups, like, okay, a Jade possibly versus a Rhea, a Jade versus a Charlotte, or the dream match that everybody wants, her versus Bianca, even though we
That's the big
can't
Yeah.
match.
rush it,
Yeah,
let's
Yes.
not rush it,
you don't even
Yeah.
need a belt
because
for that match either. Honestly,
and because
No.
honestly, sometimes the knock on WWE is like wrestling fans want things right now. Sometimes wrestling fans
Right.
do not want to just let stuff cook and let stuff happen.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
would want to see Jade be very like high level intensity, untouchable going into a match, and let's just see, can she hang? Because
Mm-hmm.
this is not a shot at AEW, but 90% of her career was squash matches.
mm.
Outside
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
Chris Statlander and
Did she fight
um
Athena? She fought Athena too, didn't she?
Athena 2,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nyla
Athena's rough.
Rose.
Yeah, she
And
had a
I
couple.
not
She
think
Chris.
had a couple
with
matches.
Jade and Bianca match, I kind of would like for them to do what they do with, like you were saying, with Rhea and Becky Lynch. Just keep them separate, like
Yeah,
passing ships and like something to tease that storyline, but keep them apart.
yeah,
I
Well,
like that.
yeah.
there's
Dave, go ahead,
also
man.
there's also another ace in the hole, and this is a rumor that I just heard about today, that it's possible that they might be preparing the Royal Rumble for the return of Sasha Banks.
Bro, listen.
I heard that too.
And if
I heard.
we gotta forgive Dave for a minute because Dave's coming in and he hasn't been on the rest of our shows. But yeah, Dave, this is our conversation, bro. We were just talking about all this shit. Like,
yeah,
I mean, if Sasha Banks returns and wins the Rumble, she would be probably the best contender to go up against Rhea Ripley. Now, as far as Athena it goes, so far what they're saying is that because she was in AEW, because they were giving her squash matches, she really didn't develop too well. So it's possible they might bring her back down to NXT so she could get more development, because she didn't since she's so big, she's so strong and everything, she doesn't know how to handle wrestling yet. And let's face it, AEW, granted, they have great coaches, but they don't have the best like WWE has. So they might just bring her down to NXT for a little bit, let her get a little bit more polished, let her, like Lay said, let her build up a little bit more against her and Ripley, and then bam, let's go. So that's another possibility right there.
Yeah,
okay.
I think slow rolling with
my question is, do you think the rumors about AJ Lee coming back now since CM Punk has come back has some?
I definitely feel like she's gonna be in a Rumble. I don't feel like I don't know if she'll come back and be like a full-time performer, but I definitely feel like she'll
Rumble,
hit one of those.
Yeah, I see her.
Rumble.
I see her coming back.
I think they might have. I mean, I even think they might even do a mixed tag match.
Seth Rollins to do it, man.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch against AJ and CM Punk.
Oh,
I would be a little bored with that. I ain't gonna lie, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen that on
if it did, it
Twitter.
wouldn't be anything.
I seen that on Twitter and I said the same thing. I was like, well, I mean, if it happens.
If it happens, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't knock it, but they did it with Miz and Nikki and them, and I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm bringing that up. That it's possible they might do that because of the animosity that they both have.
Yeah,
I want to, if CM Punk and Seth Rollins have a feud, yo, I don't want no cutesy shit. I don't want the wives involved. I literally, just like Ray said, I want them fucking bloodthirsty for each other. Like, I like how they did that. Riddle, remember when Riddle and Seth had that, and then they had like the conference, and then it went off, and he said, "Oh, you still there, you little bitch?" And it was going hard, and I was like, "Oh shit, all right, a little rough here." I want some deeper shit than that.
It's like Derek said, like, you look back at that classic feud between Matt Hardy and Edge where they blurred the lines between reality and storyline. And that probably gave us one of the best matches / feuds we ever had. And it's all over Lita. Like,
it was real. It was real.
Like, Jared, I hate to cut you off, but the name's Dave, not Derek.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, it'll come out.
My bad. My apologies, brother. My bad, man. My bad.
No worries.
It's all good.
I was like,
yeah, man. Like, if you look at those fan videos of like Seth reaction, that is like 100% natural. That's not like forced. Yeah. He's like, F you, I don't even want you here. There's another one when he's speaking to Cole saying, if he's back there, by the time I get back there, I'm beating his ass.
Yeah, I saw it. Yep, for real.
Like, that's like, I don't think we've had that type of
animosity,
kind of like drama going into a match in the E in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to also remember one thing. These athletes, these wrestlers, they know that the cameras are always on. So they always have to be in character. We don't know if that was real or if that was just phenomenal acting by Seth. He's been a phenomenal actor in the past. He knows how to act. He knows how to be, and he knows that the cameras are always on him at all times.
Well, I did hear that was set up intentionally. Like, that was supposed to be done. But the thing is, like Slim said, man, I think that there is a general animosity there. So it's still hate. So it's like, even if they're like, yeah, you two are feuding, go out there and just go to war with each other and shit. And it's like you said, I highly don't doubt, even if he was acting, it was the easiest acting he ever do, because it probably was some real natural shit. So, so literally, like, you know what I mean? That's why I feel like their feud, which is definitely getting set up. I really hope that they don't take it anywhere else. I think CM Punk and Rollins, even if they had some type of match even before, Mania, and then they chose to say, all right, fuck it, we're gonna finalize this in a Hell in a Cell, or we're gonna finalize this in an I Quit match. I was just talking about how there hasn't been a like a 60-minute Iron Man match in wrestling in a long time. Like, so there's a lot of options, man. There's a lot of options to really make Mania incredible.
You haven't seen MJF versus Daniel Bryan, then, have you?
Not in WWE. Not in WWE.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was anything else. I know
that's a dude that needs to come to the WWE. MJF needs to come to the WWE.
MJF?
That guy's
MJF is pretty dope.
Freaking amazing. He needs to go to the WWE.
Yeah, he's
most definitely.
I'm fucking him.
Money incarnate, bro. Money incarnate. Like, when I see him, I just think of like, he reminded me of so many people. He's like Rick Rude, Ric Flair, Miz, like any snarky, smarmy heel, like $1 Million Man just cranked up to like 9,000.
Yeah,
and then he has like MJF has his uncanny ability, like he's an asshole, but I like this asshole.
Yeah. For real, like, I think the same shit when I see him.
Like it's like you never seen somebody like with, not trying to be funny, like with such privilege and pompous arrogance, and it's just like, hey, what's up? And he flipped the switch and be like, hey, you're cool, bro. Like, let's go get a beer. Like, it's crazy. Like he gets it.
Yeah, I agree.
And he never stops being a character, even when he's like doing autograph signings. He never stops. He stays in character. He never breaks kayfabe. He never breaks it, like all the time. He's always in character. You gotta love that.
One of my friends actually just met MJF, and the way he like typed up how MJF talked to him, I was like, I can imagine that being a conversation with MJF. He doesn't break character.
Nope.
And that's like, wow.
That's dedication.
Much respect. Yeah, he's definitely a good character. I mean, you know, the last thing you would want, or I think at least I'll say I would want, would be like everybody trading spaces and shit. Like, you know, I do enjoy the fact that you get some people that's going to drop over from AEW. You got some people that'll jump over to WWE and stuff. But I don't want to take, like, you know, the talent and then have to place them into the card. You know, we talked a lot about CM Punk and everything because it was a big name and he's controversial and shit like that. And of course, we're going to talk about that. But we haven't even really talked about Randy's return. Like, you know, Randy, you know, came back and like everybody said, looked amazing, fucking big fit. You know, Randy always was big, yo. But he looks real good, man. Looks like he's ready to go in the ring for a while. But we got to be realistic, man. Like, you know, Randy Orton is Randy Orton. He's been in this shit for what, 20 something years at this point. And he ain't going to be going forever. I wouldn't mind seeing him with like another title run. But I don't know how happy I would be if it was like Randy jumping right into the title picture immediately. How do y'all feel?
I think I'm sorry, ladies first. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just was talking. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Randy is at the point in his life, in his career, where he's just gonna have fun. You can tell. He's just having a good time. He's like, you know what? I've won all the titles. I've done all the drama. I'm just going to have a great time for the next few years I got here. I don't care. And he looks like he's having a fantastic time out there. I mean, when he fought Mysterio, when he fought, you know, freaking Dirty Tom, you know, at Raw, he went up to that country hip hop artist or whatever.
Yeah.
He comes up to, he's like, "Ooh, something smells over there." He's just smoking some weed, you know.
Oh, that's what he was saying.
That's what he meant by that. He's like, "Ooh, what? That smells funny over there," you know. But it's like that's Randy just having fun now. Like now he's just gonna have fun with the crowd. He's just gonna enjoy the rest of his time. And if they give him a title run, great. If they don't, he's still having a great time. He's a legend now. He is now legendary in WWE.
I was just about to say that the legend killer has finally become a legend. He don't have anything else to prove. So
he's proved it day in and day out. So I really don't expect nothing more out of Randy. I'm just glad he back.
Dude, I feel old as hell because I remember Randy being just he was the side character for a girl named, I think her name was Tori or Terry, and he just had the words meat written across his abs before he became like, you know, Randy Orton in the random blue and gold shorts back in the day.
And a little haircut.
It's weird seeing it's weird seeing a kid who beat Chris Benoit to become the youngest world heavyweight champion ever is now like the locker room leader and a legend himself.
Yeah.
Like, talk about coming full circle.
Unreal, problematic, all the shit that he, kind of like Shawn Michaels in a way, because Shawn Michaels the same way. Like, I don't know about if it was like the drugs and shit too, but yeah, Randy was a handful, man. They was going through all of that shit with him. He had a lot of guidance though, because he had Ric Flair, he had Triple H. They came up like with the legends in the industry at that time, so a lot of influence.
He comes from a pedigree, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yeah, and Cowboy Bob Orton. Yeah, that. Yeah, so he definitely has a lot of history, rich history in the game. So I mean, I heard, well, I feel like I'm gossiping this shit when I say that or whatever, but I have heard reports or whatever, and people are saying like, he has, he came right out and said, "Hey, I'm going up against the Bloodline. They took me out. I don't believe that shit with him and Jey Uso. Oh, we cool." I still feel like Randy gonna be on some heel shit. I still feel like Randy gonna be on some heel shit, yo.
Oh yeah.
But do y'all think he's gonna go after Roman for Rumble?
He gonna be on SmackDown.
Unless he gets traded to SmackDown at this point, he's got to be traded to SmackDown in order for there to be some storyline there.
For it to make any sense.
I don't think he's. I don't think him or Punk is attached to any brand yet.
Are they free agents?
Yeah, they just got back. I don't know.
Yeah. Randy Orton's a free agent.
Randy didn't get drafted to Raw?
No, he's a free agent.
Oh,
well, then more than likely he is gonna go after the Bloodline, and he may leave Jey Uso for last. I think he might leave him for last. Let Jey Uso have that feud with Drew McIntyre, because they're gonna feud over who gets to be, the world title contention. I mean, we all know that Seth and Drew had their moment at Raw. I mean, McIntyre headbutted Seth, and then Jay came down to save him and everything. They have a match next Monday on Raw for the title. Drew's
that's just gonna go.
Yeah, Drew's gonna come in. He's gonna interfere, and that's gonna start another feud between him and Jey Uso.
Yeah.
So that's another one right there. So
that's the Rumble feud right there. You always got a couple of feuds for the Rumble. You already saw Shinsuke and Cody, and then you got Jay and what's it called. So when the Rumbles and their numbers hit and they're in the ring together, they'll be battling it out or whatever. But it's interesting. I can't wait. Like, I almost want to do it now, but we're gonna hold off and we're gonna wait to do our Rumble predictions with a couple of weeks, going forward and everything. But I'm definitely excited to do that because we're gonna start getting more information on it. But like you said with Sasha Banks, man, I wanted to jump in and say we have been saying that. That's one thing I did say, in my predictions before Survivor Series, is I definitely see the return of the 4 horsewoman, and I think right now Triple H is literally building all the shit that he's wanted to build. We're putting DIY back together, bringing CM Punk in, Randy coming back. I think that he's on his mission to say, this is my vision, this is what I've wanted. And I think he's going for it. The whole thing, like I was saying before, like the whole Imperium shit, I wish they can get their shit together, because I feel like Imperium, if not add members, I think they should definitely not be trying to dismantle at this point, because they're a great team, man. And I don't like the chaos they got going in between them. They should, especially the tag team division, needs like really strong teams or even faction to faction feuds at this point. So I hope we see the 4 horsemen reunite, man. Go ahead, Slim.
The crazy thing is just like, I agree with you on the Imperium thing, because it's just like, you see the vignettes for Kaiser, and we already know how Gunther's established. Like, Vinci is always the odd man out.
Yeah.
Like, and he's always like, for the last 2 months, he's been playing, excuse my language, the bitch role. Like, listen to Ludwig, whatever Ludwig says goes. But now that they're teasing, like, oh, I can get the job done too. I can be helpful to Gunther. And now, Gunther's like, so like, what do I need you for? If Vinci is doing your job and everything. But I don't think they should split them up, because, I agree that one of the focuses has to be to make tag team wrestling great again in the E. And it's no secret that they haven't given a damn about the tag team titles in a long time. Long time. And I need to say this for a thing, change them damn belts.
No, I'm sick of you, bro.
I'm sick of people saying they got the gold and that shit's silver, bro. Like, come on. Everybody gets a new every division gets a new title design except the tag team division.
I said that same shit, yo.
Well,
get them a belt.
And I agree with you completely, Jared. It seems like they don't care about the tag team division, because the ones that won the belt were at first after Jay and Jimmy lost it was KO, Kevin Owens, and freaking
Sami Zayn.
thank you. My brain fart for a second. They won it. They kept it. They hardly wrestled with it because one of them was injured, whatever. And then when they finally did, they passed it on to Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. Now they're not really doing anything with it either.
And
like,
win.
It's like why are you? It's almost like they're keeping the titles from actually being active on any real teams.
You're right. They're still having title matches, but it's not. It's more like the title matches that have been recent have been more feuds, like that would have been feuds even without titles invested, like Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, and then going up against. That was going to happen regardless you had tag titles or not. That's why when they won, I was like, what the fuck are they winning the titles for? Like, Uso just got out to be a singles competitor, but you're going to join and instantly get the tag title with somebody else? I just didn't understand why they could just be with the New Day or with, Imperium or just these other guys, Viking Raiders, and establish, your tag team title picture, just like Slim just said.
Well, what they're doing is they're doing these, quote, tag team matches, just to go ahead and say that there's competition for the tag titles when there really isn't. These matches they're kind of odd.
Filler matches.
Yeah,
they're not taking time developing a storyline within the tag team division, which when you were mentioning Sasha earlier, remember that's what they said, that their issue was that they weren't developing any stories for Sasha and Naomi in that women's tag team division. So if it was going on a women's tag team division, already know.
That was still back.
I agree with you because until they get those titles back on my girls from NXT, Isla Dawn and the other they have not been interesting. And then, to be fair, I'll be the guy in the room that says it. AEW's tag team division has been way times better than WWE's this past year. I have seen in this year alone. Rest in peace to Jay Briscoe. The matches that FTR and the Briscoes have had this past year put tag team wrestling back on the match. I have never seen a better match than the double dog collar match at Final Battle between those two teams. And then recently, FTR's run with the AEW tag team titles has been nothing but phenomenal, especially what they've done for tag team wrestling. And even more so now, Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Side note, that Ricky Starks might be another one that might jump ship, but you never know. But I miss those days when like you had like true feuds going into tag team titles, man. I remember
Christian, the Hardys, the Dudleys, APA. Yeah, I mean, there was and it's not like there's not tag teams now because the Creed brothers, those guys are phenomenal, man. And they are phenomenal. Like, and I sat there and you saw within this tag team, challenge thing that they had this Monday, even with Indus Sher, like, why are they not utilizing these big, dudes that definitely can bring some presence, at least to the tag team division, to where it can be they're a scary team and you just have them getting pinned in like a quick little challenge. You haven't seen these motherfuckers and you don't even know the last time you've seen them or whatever. But now it's like they're just instantly pinned. And you're kind of killing a scene that hasn't even been visible. So you're gonna make them visible just to friggin' demean them in 2-minute matches. I don't understand why they can't just do it correctly, man.
I think they were big on Veer as a solo competitor.
Yeah,
because they had Veer and Song separated in between Raw and NXT, and then Veer wasn't getting hardly no reaction, no love on the main roster. And Sangha down there trying to be the gentle giant. So it'd take a true heel like Jinder Mahal to put them together. Like I tell people, when I see Indus Sher, it makes me miss AOP so much because you don't really have a lot of powerhouse tag teams anymore. Yeah. And that's not a knock. That's not a knock on like the teams that can get it done technical wise or like the faster, smaller teams like DIY. Like back in the day, what I loved because I felt like it should have been a better reign and nobody could have beat them. When you had a team like Kane and the Big Show and they're just running through people like two monsters.
Yeah,
Two
LOD
monsters, just like OP monsters, just running through people. Like you don't see that no more.
You got. I mean, like I said, LOD, Legion of Doom. I mean, the Road
Yeah.
Warriors, those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish the WD would. I can't even talk. What I wish that the WWE would do is do an LOD reboot, you know, and bring back another team that pays homage to the LOD, or even Demolition for that matter. We haven't seen Demolition in God knows how long.
Yeah.
You know, these guys were powerhouses back in the old WWF days. They were amazing powerhouses, amazing tag teams, great drama, great wrestling, great everything. And that's kind of been lackluster lately with the tag team division in the WWE. They need to change that because there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent, and they're putting it away.
You got Street Profits, you got like we said, the Creed brothers, you got, there's it's not like there's a shortage of tag teams. It's just you got to do something with them. Like I mean, that's the basic thing. Even if you split the tag titles up again and let a tag title be on what's it called, and then I mean, if you're gonna do the flip flop and shit where one team goes to all 3 fucking shows, I mean, whatever, but just have the shit available so people can have something to have side competition. Even with the smaller belts, I was just talking about this with the commission too. Like the smaller belts need to get more acknowledgement too. It's fun having all these record breaking time periods and shit, but it's boring not having anybody to really continuously try to go for something, a belt that builds a feud or any kind of the
24/7 belt.
That shit was dumb, but
it was like the hardcore belt. It was the modern version of the hardcore.
Yeah,
belt.
the diet hardcore belt. I mean,
hey, the Truth took that and ran with it though.
Yeah, the Truth made that.
And I was just gonna say, if they bring it back, give it to R-Truth.
Yeah, Truth.
Give it to R-Truth because R-Truth was running through the hood, backstage. Boy was at the store, and then that brought back those minutes when you would see it made me think about Booker T and Stone Cold when they would just pop up
in the store
at random places at bingo, the church. R-Truth gave that type of energy, and that what made me like the 24/7 belt.
Well, I mean, now that R-Truth is back, the one character that I need to see again is Lil Jimmy. I want to see him back. I want
y'all trying to go backwards, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to see anything old no more, bro. I'm tired of rematches. I'm tired. I mean, if people are gonna come back, I just want to see shit done with them. On Monday, like y'all said, CM Punk came out there and gave that bullshit ass promo. I thought CM Punk should have came out there. You happy now? You fucking happy now? I'm back. Shut the fuck up already.
Well, Robert said Triple H wrote that. So
bullshitting. That right there, that promo that CM Punk did, that was written. That was all script. That was all script, and that was all. Bro. That was all Triple H that wrote that. That was all Tony Khan that wrote that. And the reason being is because I know why they did it. They did it because they granted CM Punk is back, but I can bet you money he's back with restrictions. He's back with certain, rules that, hey, you're back now, but you're back now.
Trying to hear all that. I'm happy to see everybody's shit. Happy Days story shit. We all see some controversy. You're the king of controversy. The whole reason we like this guy is because he's controversial. Right. Come on, I'm home, guys. Daddy's home.
He's on a leash. He's on a leash. That's the thing. That's probably one of the reasons why they allowed him to come back.
WWE's backing him up. I mean, if you're gonna bring back somebody because they're controversial, and then you're gonna say, "Well, just don't do this," and let him run wild. Like
Brian, the reason why is because WWE is no longer independent. Remember who owns them? TKO owns them now. And now that TKO owns them, they have to follow the rules. Punk has to follow the rules. He has to be a good little soldier, a good little employee, and follow the rules that TKO and William Morris Endeavor have brought upon now that they have acquired WWE. And this whole thing, I don't know what kind of pushback Triple H, Paul Levesque is going to get from TKO, because TKO didn't even know that
I thought he did. I didn't hear that. I heard he signed a 3-year deal with them.
No, the TKO didn't know that CM Punk was that Paul Levesque was bringing CM Punk back. They had no idea. The only two people that knew was Tony Khan and Triple H. They were the only two that knew. This was all surprise to everybody. Even like members of TKO were like, "Okay, that's great." I mean, you know,
shit. I just want to see this motherfucker run rampant. I don't care. I want to see the
Apparently,
four horsewomen.
Apparently, he has a. Apparently, from what the rumors, the dirt sheets are saying, he has a behavioral clause in his contract. So
there it is.
Got it.
I would say that promo on Monday was a big. You're going to say this if you want to be here. You're going to say this with a smile. You kind of like eat your shit and take it to a certain point. But I mean,
Triple H doesn't forget what happened. I mean, bygones be bygones, but he's gonna kind of penalize CM Punk a little bit for what happened.
Yeah, that shit don't work. That shit don't work when you bring somebody back for best for business purposes, but you have all these restrictions that ain't gonna fucking make you who you are. I mean, then you're gonna be that corny stage where you got Roman Reigns saying "suffer succotash" and bringing all that bullshit back. So don't let nobody, no matter what kind of leash you want to put on a motherfucker, like you still gotta let somebody run a little bit if you want to bring them back there for that purpose, or there's no point because then you're basically just running somebody to the ground.
Like a probation. Maybe it's more so like a probationary thing. Like, okay, you go out there, you say what you gotta say. See how you grin and bear it, and then as time goes on, we let the league extend it. Hopefully, it's a situation like that because it's like Dave said, you don't want to bring somebody back that's known for being controversial, and you just keep them on the leash. So
you gotta have some kind of understanding. Yeah, you're right.
It's one of those things, and I'm sorry, Jared, real quick. It's one of those things that I feel that he made a mistake the first time he got fired from WWE. He goes to AEW. He made another like issues in the backstage area right there. He got fired from AEW. Then he comes back to WWE, but now they're like, okay, you've already had issues with two different promotions, once here and once over there. Now you're back here. Well, guess what? Things have changed, and now we're gonna have to go ahead and make some rules. We're gonna have to make some restrictions. So you're either in it or you're not.
Yeah, you definitely. I definitely completely understand, especially with a big, giant company like WWE. Like, you definitely ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, come back in. I'm just saying, as far as character direction, like if you got to kind of like, or at least write your shit so you can build them. Don't try to give this guy like he's trying to be the nice guy in the neighborhood now. Like, hey, I'm just an innocent, whatever. But yeah, of course, in the back rooms and shit, and like how you're gonna conduct yourself, I understand there's a severe cause in there. Like, don't be coming in here going crazy because your ass we'll fine you, whatever we got to do. But I mean,
he's smart though, because Phil's smart because he saw the TKO and William Morris Endeavor bought WWE. This is the time where he's like, okay, we're talking endorsements, we're talking movie deals, we're talking a bunch of stuff that's going to benefit me and AJ. So I need to behave myself. I'm going to be on my best behavior from this point on because now.
Yeah, smart man, and also like we're all saying, like shit is a lot different now because, like we said, man, it's a new company owning the business. Vince McMahon don't really seem like he's got a lot of play in the door no more. So now that Triple H is kind of calling the shots, there's probably a lot of people. I saw this meme today about it was like the Family Guy, and it was a girl, and Lois was looking at the pills, and it said that was Lois was Chris Jericho. And the box of pills was one last run in WWE. And she was looking there like, yeah, I'm so tempted. And listen, bro, I mean, I can imagine, like, some people are probably looking. Chris Jericho's another one where he was established in WCW and, making his name, doing the Lion Tamer crying and throwing a baby fit and shit. But until he got into WWE, hitting that promo on The Rock on his entrance day, remember the damn vignettes and them countdowns for the Y2J shit? Bruh, classic, legendary build. You feel me? I would love to see Jericho jump back in WWE for a last run.
I think my thing with Chris is that he didn't leave on a bad note. He just he waited out his contract, let it expire, said, "Hey, thank you, God bless you," and just went over there and did his thing. I mean, before that, he was doing matches at Wrestle Kingdom in New Japan, putting Kenny Omega over before AEW was even born.
Yeah,
like Jericho. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure to some people Jericho can be an asshole, and by some rights he is on certain things. But Jericho's one of them people who are like, he's adapted everywhere he's gone. He's evolved his character everywhere he's gone.
Yeah,
and I think possibly when it's all said and done, he probably could get one last run. Hell, coming on a Legends contract. You can come in there and just cut a promo. Just to do that. You can come in and just, hey, I'm gonna come and put you on the list. That can be over again, like it already was. Like,
or remember managers too, man.
The show that he used to do on WWE.
Yeah, the walls, the Walls of Fame or Hall of Fame or something like that. Jericho's Hall of Fame, whatever it's called.
No, the Walls of Jericho.
No, the show, his show, the highlight reel. Jericho's highlight reel.
Yeah. He could just come back and do that.
And get a title run before Punk did. Oh shit! Well,
I mean, honestly, Jericho, I'd love for him to come back to WWE because first of all, Jericho, like Jared said, he didn't leave on bad terms. He actually even said it in a podcast that he talked to Vince before he left, and Vince is like, "Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man."
He has talked some shit since then, though. I'll just admit that. At least I've heard he's talked some shit.
Oh, of course,
he said some shit.
He's always gonna talk shit. That's Jericho, but it's not one of those things where he burned that bridge.
Clipboard for real.
He could always come back. He could always come back. Another person I think could also come back is Adam Copeland, Edge. If Edge decided to come back, I'm sure he has an open door at WWE as well. So, I mean, those are two superstars that I know for sure would probably be more than welcome to come back whenever they want.
Edge went to AEW to work with Christian. Y'all know that, right? Yeah. I firmly believe that's the only reason. I think he wanted one more run to run with his boy. I mean, that's the only thing. He ran right into that segment. That was the first thing they put him in. I think that he went there because he wanted to be with his partner. And also there wasn't nothing else going on with him at WWE.
Yeah, no, he did like you said before. He did everything he needed to do.
Yeah,
he accomplished everything he needed to accomplish in WWE. He felt that it was time to move to something different, something new.
Yeah. You don't think he wanted a title run, and they were like, "Nah, we got something else."
Like what title?
No.
What title would you give him? Like
he's already won everything.
I mean, him and Seth could have. Well, Tim and Seth already had. They already went at it, I guess.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Like you said, like you mentioned before, Brian, you don't want something to repeat it.
Oh, I don't. No, I'm just saying on the strength of like that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. Go ahead, Lay. What you were saying, Lay?
The take us back to that tag team. That's why tag team storylines and that build up is so important. Because look at what they did with Edge and Christian. I don't know.
Allow him to complete. Oh well, I mean, I don't know.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know if they weren't going to let him compete or anything like that. I mean, if they weren't, I don't understand why, because he's definitely still rocking. I mean,
yeah, he's been medically cleared. He was medically cleared a long time ago. So
they didn't let Daniel Bryan wrestle for that whole time until the end. I don't know. WWE is weird. They don't want to fuck around, man, and whatever. I don't know. I don't know the politics really. But listen, guys, it's been a really good conversation. I want to jump on. We got some segments that we're going to be doing here on SDR. And, Miss Lay, she actually is going to be hosting one of the first ones. Slim, I actually wanted to talk to you about, I kind of wanted to, get your segment going. Because Slim, he watches everything. He watches AEW. He's real up on, New Japan, all that stuff. So I definitely wanted Slim to go ahead and be introducing us some, outside of WWE and AEW news as well. So we're going to try to build these segments on the show. But let's go ahead and jump right into the newest one we got here. And that's going to be from Lay. Beyond the Canvas, bro. Real life wrestling rivals. Oh, I'm going to say that like she said LOD earlier. Well, you know something? I'm not going to tell you that it's not a real thing, but it's kind of real thing.
No. You got to do the way he used to. Well.
yeah, that's right. The high note and shit. Hawk is my boy. Hawk is my boy all day. Them motherfuckers, they'll scare the shit out of you doing the promo.
Wow.
They were wild, yo.
Real life. They were wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the motherfuckers back then. That's what they was doing all that shit.
Rush.
Yeah, because
the coke was flowing. Steroids.
Oh, yeah. Remember Ultimate Warrior? Ultimate Warrior was on every fucking thing.
When I tell you, hold on, you got to bring me back real quick, because when I tell you, I don't know what kind of coke the Ultimate Warrior was snorting to be running full speed.
Yeah, that
Stop.
motherfucker went
And
right to Brazil.
I'm not talking about like
Every
regular
fucking
house
day.
shows. I'm talking about that long old WrestleMania round.
Oh yeah.
That the Undertaker used to ride for 30 minutes to come right. I mean, run top speed and come grab the ring, and that was cold, and it was pure, uncut.
Yeah.
No kind
Warrior
of
was crazy.
substitution
Yeah.
with nothing.
I will say this: Charles Robinson channeled the spirit of the Ultimate Warrior when he had to run down there and count that. We had to run down there in that Edge versus Taker match at WrestleMania. He hauled ass like the Ultimate Warrior.
That shit is legendary, bro. He was running. I mean, that shit took him like that had to be the longest run of his damn life. And luckily, he didn't like yeah. When he jumped in the ring, he didn't blow out his quads like Vince did that time. He dove.
Oh, see, he fought in Titus O'Neil.
Oh man, yeah, like Titus too. That was another one. But all right, Ray, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ray. Ray bounced. Ray disappeared. I didn't realize she bounced or whatever. But all right, but yeah, we got Beyond the Canvas. Now, this is going to be a segment where we're going to talk about outside rivalries. Some of them are going to be very familiar with. Some of them are going to be ones that we may introduce to you. But go ahead, Ray. What's the first one you got today? Go ahead and call it. Lay, damn. We have to come up with a different name. Lay and Ray are too. Y'all really attack team.
Oh, that is really close.
Damn. All right, go ahead, Lay.
So tonight we're going with my favorite of all time, Bret Hart and Goldberg.
Ooh, ding, ding, ding.
Because why not?
It's a big one.
Baby, every time Bret Hart get a chance to throw dirt on Goldberg's name, he do it. No hesitation, no afterthought. And I mean, I get it though, because wrestling was Bret Hart's life. He's one of those legacy families in wrestling, like eat, sleep, breathe, wrestle, repeat. So that injury that he took at Star Brigade, at that pay-per-view, that super kick, I understand that it hurt him. It caused him not to be able to wrestle. So I get the bitterness.
I got something for you. Let's go ahead and check it out so you guys can see. If you guys don't know the history behind this rivalry right here, check this out.
Some of the wrestlers that I worked with, especially at the end, like Goldberg, to me was one of the most unprofessional wrestlers there ever was in the business. I mean, for Bill Goldberg to be in the Hall of Fame, he hurt everybody he worked with. You might as well wrestle a real gorilla. When Bill Goldberg kicked me in the head, honest to God, I lost about $16 million in like 1 second. I just signed with WCW for $3 million a year for another 3 years on top of the 2 years that I had left on my original contract. So it was bad timing, and it was unfortunate. And I know Bill never did it on purpose.
I got injured by a guy that couldn't wrestle and has no business of being in a Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Shame.
What do you think is the most underrated guy from maybe the 80s, 90s WWF that never really got the due?
I always thought that if Goldberg got in the Hall of Fame, that Horowitz should have got in the Hall of Fame. Just because Horowitz could actually wrestle. Mm-hmm. Goldberg never could.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Goldberg got in the Hall of Fame for. I think he got in there for hurting everybody he worked with.
Yo, I'm fucking crying, yo. He said.
I let that go, bro.
Don't laugh at Bret.
Yo, he said Goldberg. He said he might as well just go wrestle a gorilla. That motherfucker's crazy, yo. That's when you know you really hate somebody. You just say outlandish shit. He fucked my man Bret up, yo. But no lie, Bret Hart. This is Bret Hart, man. Bret Hart is one of the, before Stone Cold and The Rock and Shawn Michaels and them. Bret Hart was the guy. Bret Hart, right after Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart was the guy, and he did that whole thing with the.
Shade.
I don't want to talk about the Montreal screw job, because I want that to be one of these segments we do, which is going to be the most popular one probably. But right after that, he went to WCW, and he was building up to do a huge jump ship and build that shit up. Who knows what happened? But yeah, Goldberg stopped that shit short.
I mean, Bret, for the most part, I love Bret Hart. I've always been a Bret Hart fan. I've also been a Goldberg fan. And to me, more so than anything, I think Bret was, I mean, it sounds to me more like Bret is blaming Goldberg, trying to, it's more of a cop out for his failure in WCW. It's more along the lines of, he felt that jumping ship from WWE to WCW was going to make his career blow up like it had for everybody else. But at the time, and he said to himself, bad timing, at the time, they were blowing up Goldberg. So you had these two big superstars, and one of the reasons why he left WWE was because of Stone Cold, because they were blowing up Stone Cold. So he thought, hey, you know what? Stone Cold's there. They're blowing him up. They don't care about me anymore. I'm gonna go to a small fish or a small pond and be the big fish. What he didn't expect is that there was already a big fish in that pond.
That's a good point.
It's
Good
possible.
point.
A huge fish.
And it's possible. And granted, yes, there have been reports that Goldberg was a little stiff to wrestle with. There were reports about that. But to blame an entire career on one man, to me, I think that's just a cop out. I really don't think that it had anything to do with the kick, because I mean, hell, Bret Hart has gone through a hell of a lot worse than one kick to the head. I mean, we're talking
that is all it takes, though, man. I mean, that's what's so crazy about the industry. I mean, look at Big E, man. One match on SmackDown and shit. It just takes one move, man.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible, but at the same time, you're talking about Bret the Hitman Hart, a consummate professional that had been in the wrestling industry for a long time, that knew how to take bumps like that, knew how to avoid hits like that. To me, I don't know. It just feels that he's just blaming Goldberg for his shortcomings in WCW. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And I've never heard that take before, but I totally get it.
Yeah, you make
But
good
to
points.
play devil's advocate, Bret said that after that kick, he sustained a lot of concussions, like repeat brain issues, head issues, trauma.
Let me just take you back to another wrestler that also claimed concussion, a bunch of other things, after receiving a tombstone from The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan. And his head never even hit that mat.
I cannot.
I remember that controversy.
Hogan slander, even though I know he's a mess.
I love Hulk Hogan too.
That creative clause was from the devil himself. I don't know. I don't know what WCW was thinking with that. And don't get me wrong, I love Hulk Hogan. Like,
I love Hulk Hogan, man.
Anybody,
All the bullshit, I don't care.
I do. I love him to death.
Yes,
that
Hulk, man.
creative clause. And I was just watching that match earlier today where Jeff Jarrett came out there and just laid down. When Russo told him just go out there and just pump it, just lay out.
That was so horrible. You knew the motherfuckers was done after that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Here's my thing, man. And I love technical wrestlers. I love technical wrestling. To me, if I look at a technical wrestler, Bret Hart is one of the measuring sticks I evaluate them by.
Yes.
I also will say that there are certain people that will say without Bret Hart putting Austin over, that you don't get that spark that gets the Attitude Era. If we don't get Austin in that sharpshooter bleeding coming down the face and him taking the win after that, some say that might not spark the Attitude Era. Now here's the thing. Well, I tell a lot of people, I'm not a big Goldberg fan. I know what he is. He was a special attraction, 6 moves of doom, could not wrestle. If you look at the match he had with William Regal, where he broke him down like a fraction, Goldberg could not wrestle. But here's my thing. Bret Hart, very talented. But let's be real. In WCW at that time, if your name wasn't Flair, Sting, or Hogan, you not punching through the main event scene in WCW. Bret Hart, for me, held that U.S. title picture down, that mid-card picture, very well. He had bangers of matches with Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit,
in
yep.
that mid-card picture. So, but this is my thing, and I agree with what's been said. I feel like it's a cop out sometimes because okay, Goldberg concussed you, and it changed the trajectory of your career. I'm sorry about it, but it's been like 40 years. Quit bitching. Like, bro, let it go. Cause like, let's be real. You just got a concussion. Big E broke the C4, C3, however you saying it. He has all right to hate Rich Holland right now, but
I hate him. I hate him for the shit. I ain't gonna lie. He broke up one of my favorite tag teams.
But like, that's what I'm saying though. Like if somebody like Big E, who at that time was on the rise, like they had put the rocket on him. He was on the rise. That's and right. I get stopped by a belly to back suplex from somebody who's incompetent. I got all right in the world to hate you. So like you're not out here with a potential, like I can't do this anymore. Brett, you could have done something to where you could have been a producer. Yeah. You could have been an authority figure on the screen
with the right attitude. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Or also let's just go. Let's take another example. For example, may rest in peace, Ivan Drozdov, when he got dropped by D'Lo Brown.
Listen, that was some devastating shit right there.
But you know what? Even throughout that, Ivan still never really blamed D'Lo.
Tyson Kidd too. Samoa Joe. Yeah, Tyson Kidd too.
D'Lo's on record saying what they were talking about. I think it's more so what Dave, like that really put things, like Dave's whole analogy really put things in perspective. I feel like Bret Hart felt as though with what you were saying too, Brian, when he went to WCW, because he felt like he already got the short end of the stick from WWE, he felt like he was wrestling royalty because of who his father was. And he felt like because of who his father was, that whole family legacy, he should have been pushed in a different way. Mm-hmm. So when he went to WCW, it's like Dave said, okay, I'm a big fish in a tiny pond. So of course I'm going to come here and dominate. But wrong time. Timing was off because Hogan, Flair, and Sting had WCW wrapped up, the NWO, all of that stuff was going on. And I think it's just resentment because he couldn't do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, very true, man.
I
had that time.
He felt like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'll say it. I'll say it. Had he not passed away, Owen would have been better than Bret.
Yeah.
Owen was on the rise.
I don't know about that one, Slim. We might argue over that one right there. Owen was a beast. But as far as being better than Bret, one of the best matches of all time, that damn match they had at WrestleMania 10. Listen, Owen and Bret were incredible.
Bret was slightly more technical than Owen, but Owen had more athleticism than Bret. To me,
that's a good
point. And he had a little bit more
high energy. Him and Coco Beware.
Yeah. And to me, Owen had a stronger personality. Like Bret Hart can come across as dull and droll.
Bret come in and say, "I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be," and then that's it.
No, don't play my boy Bret Hart. That's my top 10 right there, yo.
Owen was in the Nation of Domination.
Yeah, I know.
Owen got soul. He was in the Nation of Domination. What more you want?
I just told you high energy shit. Him and Coco Beware. I remember all that.
Owen got invited to the cookout real early.
Sami Zayn was here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Owen was the original. Remember, Owen was the prankster in the back room, fucking with everybody. Yeah, Owen was a lot.
When I saw, I cried when he passed away.
Pull that off.
I cried when he passed away.
That was sad as shit. I remember I was in fucking like 6th grade or 7th grade, and I remember
I'm not even gonna
over the top. That shit was crazy, bro.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut as to how old I was when that happened. But the point is that like he had so much love in the back, and regardless of how WWE, because honestly, I feel that after Bret left, they were kind of taking it out on Owen. They were kind of like giving him, they put him with the on it. They were crapping all over Owen. It's like, dude, just because his brother fucked up, don't take it out on a talented wrestler such as Owen Hart. He deserved better. In my opinion,
but he took it in stride, though. You got it.
He did. He did everything. The slammy shit, all of that shit, man. Yeah. I mean, wasn't that was after when him and British Bulldog was teaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of that shit. Yeah, I mean, he still had a lot of play. Like you said, it was a nation. Yeah, Bret was a little bit high caliber, bro. Bret Hart was on some Hulk Hogan shit a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, Goldberg is happy as fuck, living rent free in Bret's head. Like that's pretty much.
He says it all the time too.
Knew that
Goldberg is chilling with Nick Saban right now, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
listen, guys. This actually
it was over for Bret when Bret got on Goldberg's documentary on A&E and was talking junk. I was like, how you gonna jump on somebody's documentary?
Bret's
like I bet you when the phone rang, if I could have been a fly on the wall when A&E called and say, hey, we're doing a Goldberg documentary. Do you want to say a few things? Do I? Okay, let me tell you about Magilla Gorilla.
I need about an hour.
How much time you got, buddy?
Bro,
yo, listen.
We can't go for
Go ahead. You want to say something, Slim?
One thing before we close, before we close, do you remember that pathetic attempt to get Bret Hart to be the leader of NWO 2000, Black and Silver?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I wasn't even. Once NWO started doing like all the different with the Wolfpack and the Black and White, all right, it was still okay. You had Sting with the red face and Kevin Nash. But after a while, I was just like, listen, it was nothing touching that original Black and White NWO, bro. That was fucking everybody up.
Honestly, when Hogan jumped ship, that's when Bret should have joined him. Bret, if they would have started NWO together, all four of them, Nash, Hall, Bret Hart, and Hogan, that would have been a force to be reckoned with at that point.
Most dominant faction of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Wrestler Scott all day, man. Razor Ramon, bro, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, Razor Ramon. I never shout that out enough. One of my favorite heels, maybe I'll say more than anything.
Hey yo, Chico,
my boy. Him and Shawn Michaels' ladder match was another reason why I got deeper involved. I used to be in my little wrestling ring when I was little, making ladders and shit because of that match, bro.
Bro, I knew Scott Hall was the shit when this man got hit with a beer on live television and said, F that, my hair still looks good.
My hair still looks good. You that shit is like, I was like, oh, this motherfucker right, yo.
Scott was savage. Scott Hall.
He had some of the best vignettes, like with the pot, with the suits, with the colorful shirts, and
trying to be Scarface.
Scarface all day.
Have you seen that meme where that man said walked into the projects of Los Angeles with some gold chains and walked out untouched?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he really did. Yeah, Razor Ramon was the shit, man.
He's like, you got to be right here with Razor Ramon.
with super cool, man.
Right. You thinking Scott Hall was Cuban this entire time?
White guy.
That's what we need to do, Brian. Some of the biggest lies WWE ever told us. So that's one of them.
And Beeline, we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do a lot of that stuff. Yeah, this is just the beginning.
What about Papa Shango turning into Kamala, turning into the Godfather? Like what?
Right.
That shows his range, man. That shows his range, yo. Yeah, Godfather was in wrestling. Yeah, he was in wrestling for a while.
Or you got what's his name? The dentist, Isaac Yankem turning into Kane. Like,
yo, did y'all know that Kane and
was Japanese?
Yeah, Yokozuna is Samoan.
Yeah, he's Samoan.
Yeah. Came out, and I'm like, all this time.
He was talking English. You're like, dude, you speak English? What the hell? Like,
Kane and Al Snow was in a tag team match in the Indies, bro. I saw that in a book one time. I never knew that. Al Snow is another one. Matter of fact, just real quick on this topic, like old school. There's a documentary on Netflix called Wrestlers, man, and it's all about OVW, the original. What's it called, bro? Al Snow. I didn't know Al Snow took over that. He's the one that's over there, running OVW now. And it's such a good documentary, man. Not only for just wrestlers, but literally for people who are trying to build a brand. And I was so inspired by that shit. I'm not gonna lie, because marketing and promotion, Lay, I know you do the same, like, and Dave, I know you as well. Like, we're all like, brand promoters and stuff like that, whether it be social media, whatever. Like, and the challenges that come with it, and just to watch the documentary and see him trying to keep the business afloat with all these legends, from John Cena to Batista, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, like all the guys we're talking about now, that's where they originated and shit. So it's like he's keeping that going. And it's just like, Al Snow, and if you watch, it's such a good documentary. Like, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. It's like 7 episodes, and it's very inspiring, yo.
Every time I hear Al Snow, the first thing that pops up, what does everybody
want? Oh yeah. All fucking day. I loved Al Snow, bro. Al Snow, the Godfather, like you said, Draws. I love Val Venus, all the old school mid card guys, D'Lo Brown. That's what I'm saying. Today, like, we still love these guys that are in the game today, but it's like these guys had so much story just from their character back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even remember how many times they had built any of that shit.
Val Venus about to get his PP.
All right, Chuffy.
By Kai and Ty. That was crazy. No, what I miss the most is, like you said, Brian, the storytelling. Like the buildup of the storytelling, like how they built up the Undertaker when they went to go see him at the morgue and all this other, like all the dark stuff. Like that was what, or
engaging.
Let's go a little bit recent. The Wyatt family. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. That guy,
the greatest thing,
Wyatt,
in my opinion.
I mean, Wyndham Rotunda was gonna be the next Undertaker. He was going to be the next leader of that locker room.
That story time shit, yeah, for real.
Like, he knew how to create a story. That's what WWE was missing, and that's what made it so great. And now it seems like it's starting to fizzle out again. It's still like they need to bring that back to really get people engaged in there.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, we definitely got some new stuff that's going to be going forward with wrestling, and we're going to be here to talk about it, guys. I want to do one more thing. Speaking of like old school stuff, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day in Attitude Era, they had like JVC Slam of the Week. So I wanted to kind of keep that tradition going and introduce the Slam-a-Rooney of the week, and paying homage to both Booker T as well as the Slam of the Week from the past. But this week on the Slam of the Week, we did have War Games. And War Games, you had a lot of slamming going on. You had Bailey getting manhandle slam, my baby. I'm sorry, Bailey. But then you had the JD McDonough getting the RKO off the cage. You had Io Sky putting the trash can and bombs away and fucking tackling everybody. We would have like a Slam-a-Rooney from her, right? Nah, that's too easy. Who gets the Slam-a-Rooney of the week? Let's see. Woo! Who that, yo?
I was gonna mention her. It out of my mouth, man.
Y'all know who that is, right?
Sonny.
That is one of the first original divas of our childhood. Remember us that made Boys to Men? That's Sonny, man. Speaking of LOD, one of the managers of LOD, Chris Candido, the legendary girlfriend of Shawn Michaels, and the girl that Triple H said she wasn't that good either. Remember that shit?
She had a fling with Dolph Ziggler too.
Yeah, she did. She had a fling with a couple of different wrestlers, actually.
Who didn't she have a fling with?
So, not to bring super levity to kind of a bad situation for her. I mean, but at the same time, she was involved in a lot of different stuff, man. Unfortunately, who would ever saw this came from Sunny, one of the most downloaded women in the world. But so apparently she was in a hit and run accident and somebody lost their life, which is definitely not a laughing matter. But yeah, and she was DUI. It was a DUI, and it was also she had a suspended license, man. And somebody passed away because of that shit, and now she's going to prison for about 17 years, man. And it's never a good thing to.
Crazy.
She's gonna be like what 67 when she gets out.
Yeah,
I mean, she's still young. She's still technically gonna be young.
How old is she now? Because she looks like
50. She's 50 something. Yeah, she's like 50.
Up there now.
She's 50. What am I saying? Yeah, she's 50.
Yeah, but Ivory just turned like 62 today, and she still
Oh,
looks
really?
really
Yeah,
good.
I look
I
great.
mean, you got to remember, I mean, she did a lot of stuff. I mean, one of the reasons why she got released from WWE was because she was doing a lot of drugs. She was under the influence of a lot of stuff at the time. And that's one of the reasons, like, if you notice during the Attitude Era, during the Raw era, there was a couple times that she didn't go out with LOD. That was one of the, like, she had a lot of no-shows, and that was part of the reason why she was let go of the company, for that reason, because they were like, we can't do this anymore. Like, we have Sable. I mean, at that time they also had Sable.
Yeah,
like,
Sable. That was real. That was a real shit right there. We have options now, so you can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they had
Smashing
options.
Shawn Michaels in the back anyway. We already know your MO. So yeah, she was reckless. She was reckless as fuck.
No,
But-
Tammy unfortunately had a really, really tragic downward spiral. And it ended her in prison. I mean, I think that's what, the first Hall of Famer from the WWE to land in prison for something.
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years.
17
She probably
years.
ain't gonna do all 17 years. Let's be real.
Yeah, she'll
I
probably
mean,
do
it's manslaughter. I don't know. I don't know what they're considering it. It's a DUI. I don't think she has any other charges, but
it's manslaughter, but each state is different. Each state is different on how, like, manslaughter. I mean, here in the state of California, that's life in prison. Like, it's automatic.
Shit.
You
I think
go
I
ahead.
think she's in Florida.
Yeah,
She was in
Florida's
Florida.
different lies. So here,
Florida.
if you kill somebody while you're under the influence in California, it's life, automatic. There's no way out of that.
Well, she gets Slam Rooney of the week. Sonny, listen, bro. I used to watch you. I used to download your shit online and have my manhood at the time. But I'm just saying, it sucks to see you fall so far from the apple or the tree or whatever one you're by. You the Slam Rooney of the week. We're gonna come back. We'll have some more Slam Rooney. Guys, this has been a really, 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 really great episode. I really have enjoyed this episode. Dave, thank you so much for being the guest on here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do a lot more. Ray was even here, guys. Raven was here. But yeah, Ray did, I don't know what happened. Maybe she had lost her connection or whatever. Lay, thank you so much for your segment. Your first time hosting a segment on the Straight Through the Ropes.
Thank you for letting me do it.
Oh yeah, listen, we doing big things, man. I cannot wait for you guys to see all the stuff we have in store. Slim, we're gonna get with you so we can pick up your thing. We're gonna have an Instagram page that's gonna be out this week. Please go follow that Instagram page. We're gonna be blowing it up everywhere. And there's also gonna be some merch. Listen, I'm making us all some shirts, and I want us all to at least have a shirt. You know what I'm saying? If I can, I ain't the richest dude in the world, but I'll definitely share the link so you guys can pick up one. And you guys definitely pick up some SDR shirts as well. Anybody gotta say anything in closing?
Man. Dave.
I was just gonna say, I just want to say thank you very much for having me. It was awesome being here as a guest for you, for all of you, and you guys hit on a lot on one of the topics that I've watched wrestling since I was a kid. Watched wrestling ever since the '80s. I don't want to age myself, but I've been watching wrestling for a very, very long time. And it was fun. It was fun to, like, I always like to talk about wrestling. I always like to give my opinion. And I appreciate the time, man. I really do. And this is a great format to do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dave, you're definitely a reoccurring guest. I hope Jeremy's doing well, man. You know, it's crazy. I'm not going to lie to you, David. No lie at all. I actually thought to myself when I was driving to the store earlier, I was like, damn, you go check up on Jeremy, because I had his interview last year around this time. I was like, I haven't heard from Jeremy, and I've heard from Dave in a while. When you hit me up on the show, I'm like, damn, look at that. Like, literally. So I'm really glad to hear from you today, brother. Glad to see everything's going well. Hope you guys are all doing well over there in Cali. But Slim, you got anything, brother?
Yeah, man. My bad, Dave, for butchering your name for the first part of the show. My apologies again, man. Like I said earlier, man, if you can come to the Carolinas, a link with your boy, because I'm definitely gonna, bust my ass at work to make sure I have a good seat. Sting's retirement match and Revolution for AEW is going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina in March. I just announced that tonight. Also, for my super fans, we're December will be Friday. So as far as Friday, we'll be 1 month out from Wrestle Kingdom, shaping up to be a banger of a show this year, especially with Will Ospreay signing. So I think this is a sign that they're going to put over David Finlay for a new title. I heard they're resurrecting their Intercontinental title over there. Wrestle Kingdom's coming up really good. We got the biggest pop of the year coming with Rhea in Australia for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, for real.
And everybody, we got the holidays coming up. Everybody's getting ready for Christmas. Whatever you celebrate, no matter what your religious domination is, I hope everybody's out there safe, having a fun time. And, you know, like I said, man, it's always been great to talk wrestling. It's been a great weekend, a great week for WWE fans, AEW fans. And let me just say this, man, for everybody out there. Stop this tribalism bullshit, man. Just be a fan and enjoy some product, bro. Like, you got to think about it. We're in an age right now where we have two major companies in the US that are providing us with good product. And, you know, wrestling is subjective. If you don't like something on one show, I'm pretty sure you can find it on the other show. So, like, quit this versus stuff and just enjoy the sport, man. But other than that, man, Brian, you know, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you for letting me be on the team. I truly feel like we're going to do something great heading into 2024. We got some good people. We got a great vision. I think we all have a passion for this. I'm just excited to see where it goes, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys more than anything, man. I was just telling my girl that shit today. Like, I appreciate you guys. It's very hard to find people who want to build something, man. Everybody wants to do some shit, but as far as putting in the legwork and to really hitting the dedication role, and you got to stick with this shit if you really want to try to build something phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like, and you guys like late coming on here and just literally building the background, do a web page. I'm like, this girl over here filling up my itinerary and shit. Like, that's what you need to build shit. You feel me? Slim, you've been on ever since. I mean, I don't even know episode you haven't been on at this point. You know how hard it has been to get people to stay on this shit? Like I'm telling you, bro, it's incredible, man. So big ups to you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for the love, for the support, and for the journey that you guys are willing to take. Because this is going to be incredible, bro. We're going to the moon with this shit. Dave's been here with me too, man. Like literally, like this whole year, we've met at the beginning of this year. Dave knows some really incredible people. He told me stories about a whole bunch of different stars and stuff like that. Dave, he's been in the industry for a long time, man. And it's just crazy, like, you know, the circle that's being made right now with this wrap up of this year going into this new year. It's going to be incredible. I'm telling you, Beeline, I can't wait for you guys to see it either. But listen, we got to wrap up because it's late and people got shit to do. And listen, we're going to be back next week. Guys, definitely hit me up. I mean, we're going to be talking like in the chat and everything. But if anything comes up, because, you know, I know it's the holidays. If you guys need any time, like if we need a break or we need to maybe, you know, take a break and then hit another episode. Other than that, I'm gonna be hitting y'all up like, yo, you ready Wednesday night? We on. But just let me know if anything's coming up and we can definitely accommodate, bro. All good.
Got you, man.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Beeline, next time. Wednesday. Wrestle Talk Wednesday. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention. We outie, y'all. Peace.